This is King Taharka from the 25th royal family, about 700 BC. He's mentioned in the Old Testament twice, 3 times. He's mentioned twice, I think in the second book of Kings and the book of Isaiah. He led an army to Jerusalem to save his Jewish allies who were being attacked by the Assyrians. And this is one of the most important ones of them all. This is an early depiction of Jesus the Christ. This is found in the Coptic Museum in Cairo. The Copts were an early branch of Christians, and this is how they portrayed their Messiah. And this is called Christ in Glory. This is an image of Jesus emerging from his tomb after the crucifixion. This is really shocking to most people because most of us have a one-dimensional idea as to how Christ is portrayed. And I was shocked when I saw this, but I was able to bribe an official into taking a photograph of this. I went to the museum. I had a camera, which I wasn't supposed to have, but I had. And I saw this, and I was just stunned, as many people are when they see it for the first time. And I was determined to have a photograph of it, so I waited patiently, and I'm not a patient man, so it was excruciating. But I waited until there was nobody around, I thought. And just as I was about to take the picture, a museum official appeared seemingly out of nowhere and said in a loud and angry voice, "No photography allowed." Now, I have a pretty bad temper, but I held it in check. I gave the guy $1. He said, okay. I gave him another $1. He said, use a flash. And that's how I came up with this photograph right here. Now, people will say that the color of Christ is not important. And my response is, if it's not important, he shouldn't be painted white all the time. The color of God and how we portray God, for those of us in the Christian world, I think is extremely important. I think it reflects a lot as to how you see yourself. Anyway, this is a very, very important image. And there you have 11 of the disciples, all but Judas. Jesus has a nice afro in the middle. And you can even see blood on his hands where he was nailed to the cross. And the guy pointing at Christ's side is St. Thomas, who comes to be known as Doubting Thomas. And that is whether, I'm not saying Jesus was black. You can use whatever judgment you want. That's mostly based on faith. But I am saying that you have a very important early painting that depicts him as such.